So Stacy, Mo, and Francis meet up to talk about the whole thing that happened last week with basically Stacy ruining Michel'le party. And they was all talking about it, and Stacy was like, she was starting to feel a little bad. She was starting to feel a little bit remorseful. And she was basically like, well, I realize that I'm from New York and I'm gonna tell it like it is type of woman. And if I have an issue with you, I'm gonna talk to you about it. And that's just what it is. And I can relate to that part. And she was also like, I just don't quite understand all the shade and shit that's going on. Um, like I'm from New York, and I realize I'm aggressive and all that type of shit, but maybe I was wrong and all that. And Leela James was like, "That's some bull swanky." And to be honest, if you talked to me the way that you talked to her, I would have popped your ass. Stacey was like, "You would have tried to fight me." Leela was like, "I would have did more than that. I would have whooped that ass." Wow. Leela's very real. We love Leela, right? Hmm. So, um, Chrissette, she has this label hipster, rich hipster, I believe. And like her first artist, I don't know if it's hers, but I know she's a part of it. But anyway, her first two artists that she wants to release to the world is her brother Lim and her backup singer named Ashley. So she invites Michel'le and she invites Shantae Moore over. When did Shantae Moore and Chrisette become such good friends? Interesting. So they all sitting around talking to Ashley. She sings a song that she writes for her that she wrote for herself, and it was good and whatever. And that was pretty much that scene. Pretty boring. What happened after that? Miss Chalet talks to Brave, and Brave is just like, because Brave wasn't around. She didn't come to Miss Chalet party. And so Miss Chalet, of course, is going to fill her in. And Brave is like, hey, girl, what's going on? And Miss Chalet was like, girl, let me tell you. This girl named, Steak or Stephanie? Stacy, I believe that's her name. Brave, yeah, I've met her before. Well, she came to my party and basically was like a mediator between me and Mel, and me and Mel are friends. Like, I don't even know you. Where does she come from? Brave was like, yeah, this it really wasn't none of her business. It wasn't. It wasn't none of her business. That's right. And so, it was just crazy. Michelle was like, I really don't want to get to know her at all. And that's just what it is. And Brave was like, damn. Brave pretty much agreed with everything Michelle said. And she was like, she's not worried about Mo and Michelle. They're sisters. They're going to be fine. They have history. Okay. What happens after that? So all the girl is deciding to do a benefit concert with the City of Hope. Every season they always come up with these little concerts to do at the end of the season for something. And I guess they're picking this, but this is probably the best one so far because it's actually something positive. It's for charity to benefit them and all that good stuff. But next week Miss Shantae Moore is gonna ask for coins for the charity. It's hilarious. More is always more. So they talking to the lady, and all of them are affected by cancer. I think the lady said that 1 in 2 men are affected by cancer in some type of way, and 1 in 3 women. So it's very high numbers, and yeah, we've all dealt with cancer with our close friends or somebody in our family, or maybe even ourselves. Miss Chalet arrived. That was the first time she arrived with something like this get up on at the first meeting with all the girls this episode. I was just like, why the hell is she so covered up? Like she's battered than bruised. Like what the hell has been going on? And so yeah. Um so a little later on, Stacy meets up with Lomo and Brave. Brave is very much so bouncing from group to group to group. And they all sit down and talk, and basically Stacy said she don't really know what she did. Brave filled her in on the tea, a little bit of what she got. See, Brave is gonna get herself in trouble. You can't really be the mediator and then spread conversations and stuff. But she basically fills her in on the whole thing, and Francis is like, I'm not a troublemaker, I'm not that at all, I don't quite understand why people think that I am, and it really hurts me. And she goes on about how one of the girls released a story of something that happened a few years ago with the whole Whitney Houston. Basically, the story goes where Stacy was following Whitney Houston around in the club. um it was the same night that she got on stage and sung, I believe, and Whitney Houston was there with Kelly Price, and they were all talking. And apparently, Stacy was following Whitney around, and Whitney didn't know who the hell she was. She was like being a stalker, and you know how the whole blogs and all that goes. And they said it was blood and all that, but Stacy said she never touched Whitney, she never disrespected Whitney. In fact, Whitney Houston disrespected her. But of course, that's Whitney Houston, and this is just Stacey Francis. So who the hell are you gonna believe? But it's messed up because a few days after that was when Whitney tragically passed away. So it's just a lot. And she said that she lost a lot of deals from being on X Factor and all that whole jazz. And it's just wow. It's very interesting. She started crying, and at that moment, I did feel bad for Stacy. I did. I truly did. All right. So Lamo, oh, we're gonna pay. Whoever did this is going to pay. They're going to pay. They're going to pay. Lamo and Michel'le meet up. What looks like a cafeteria or something, or some little deli shop. And Lamo definitely looks a lot better. I'm glad she found the shade of blonde that works for her. And they're sitting around talking, and basically little Mo was like, I just don't want you to go back into a depressive state. I just don't want you to be suicidal again. You my nigga. I'm just gonna have to love you from afar or whatever. But yeah, you definitely changed. You definitely changed. Well, how many times a week you change, Lil Mo? It's so annoying. I don't know when people are gonna realize that Lil Mo is the issue here. She's always in drama. Lil Mo is the type of person that dwells on drama. On drama. She has nothing going on that's that interesting in her own life, so she has to start shit or keep shit going or be in the midst of shit. Like it's crazy. How can somebody be mad at little Michel'le? Really? Like Michel'le's not flawless. She's a flawed human being like everybody else. But damn, Lamo is drama, 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 drama. And when people are gonna realize that that frog needs to be stopped. Oh, darling. So anyway, they just agree to disagree and hug and all that shit. Whatever. Thelma and Louise, child. Whatever. More like Beyonce and Farrah. So, a Chrissette mama who looks a lot like her and brother, they all meet up and talk. And basically, the mama was like, he didn't show up for something, and they had a photo shoot. Chrissette had a photo shoot for Ashley and her brother, who we found out was bipolar. And they're all sitting around talking, and the mama, they start talking, and Chrisette was like, I'm doing this opportunity for you and this and that. She's trying to use her words carefully because she know that her brother flip out just like that. She don't want to get busted in the head with all her braids splattered all over the kitchen floor. Her braids look really heavy, by the way. It looks really heavy on her head, but maybe it's not. Maybe they're light, but they're really thick. Um, so the brother was like, look, I'm sick of living in Chrisette Michel'le's shadow. To be honest, when we did the photo shoot, I felt like he was paying more attention to Ashley. She was. But she also said that she just likes for her brother to go on his own way and do his own thing because she know how her brother is. And so basically, I guess Chrisette felt bad about the whole thing. It don't take much to make Chrisette feel bad. And Mom was like, both of y'all shut up and go to hell. And yeah, it was pretty much that scene. Now let's move on. Um, Also, Chrisette, she decided to have a showcase to showcase Ashley and Lim, but Lim didn't ended up showing up, of course, and because he was upset and they got into it, and he was also scared. But apparently he's a rapper, he's very talented, so hopefully he gets it together. No need to waste talent. Um, they are pretty. The only divas that showed up to Chrisette showcase was Brave, Leela James, and then walks in Stacy Francis and Chrissette. The energy is not there. The energy, I don't really know what's going on. The energy. That's how she talks. The energy is going on. The energy. And Michel'le showed up late, looking like Angela Bassett. And what's love got to do with it? Once again, battered and bruised, like troubled. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Do, 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 do. Ow! What is going on? Michel'le, like, why is she scared around Stacy? Like, what the hell is it? And so it was so funny. Like before they started the show, as soon as Chrisette saw Stacy, she pretty much got the hell out of Dodge and dipped. You know, and ain't nobody stupid. You know when somebody don't like you, people know the shade. And yeah, I just thought it was a little inappropriate. Chrisette is doing a little much. But see, I've never been a fan of Chrisette on the show. I'm a fan of her music. I think she's amazing, but I'm not a fan of her on the show. You know, some people just really shouldn't do reality TV. It shows like ugly sides to them that we didn't really need to see. Um, so Chrisette has her showcase. Ashley did her thing. Chrisette got up there and all that. And so a little later on, the girls sit down and talk, and Chrisette explains to them that she needs to work on her family dynamic and all the shit that's going on with that. And she's basically going to be bi-coastal between LA and Brooklyn and all this stuff to help her family out and do her thing. And all the girls was like, okay, whatever. Stacy used this as an opportunity. Stacy has bad timing. Stacy used this as an opportunity to be like, do you have an issue with me? Did I do anything to you? And Chrisette was like, no, no, I don't know you to do anything to you. And Stacey was like, but I didn't do anything. Like, did I offend you? Would you, like, please let me know pretty much? Because that, no, no. See, I see where this is going. I see where this is going. I have to work on my brother. He's bipolar. I have to work on my album that I put out that didn't sell. It's just a lot that's going on. And so Stacey was like, what's going on? And Chrisette just gets up, gets a suitcase, and leaves. Chrisette, Stacey is drama. She's much. Stacey is abrasive. Stacey has bad time, and Stacey puts her nose in business. Then they got nothing to do with her. She does do that. But I believe this is the first or second time she has apologized. My question to the people is this: how long are you gonna punish a person? You know, how long are you gonna stay pissed off at a person? Honestly, what Stacy did at the Jesse Jackson event, and also what she did taking up for Lamo and don't know none of these helpers from Adam to Eve, that was wrong and inappropriate and all that shit. But all a person can do is apologize. None of us have a time machine to take back the shit, all the shit that we've done in our lives to people. All she can do is apologize. Now, the fact that they re-released that old ass story about her and Nippy was wrong. Whoever did it, I'm pretty sure we won't find out who did it until the end of the season. But you know, it was just ugly. Um, the way that Stacy was treated in this episode. Like I said on Twitter, and she retweeted a lot of my tweets and all that. I'm no Stacy Francis fan, but there's no reason to treat somebody like this. Like she apologized, like let it go and let her be her. Do you just don't want to be friends with her? And then also, what was interesting in the article that they said that basically one of the divas said that released it that she don't deserve to be a diva, she don't deserve to be there. Well, to be honest, if she don't deserve to be there and if she's not a diva, neither is Brave. Let's keep it real. Stacy Francis is a little bit more known than Brave. Brave is 1/4 of a girl group that had a semi-successful single and one flop album. How the hell did she get it on the show? Once again, where is Claudette? I miss Claudette. Child, Michel'le and all them in the dramatics, they was doing the most this episode. God bless them. God bless everybody. That's what I have to say. Was that pretty much the end of this episode? Yeah, and Shantae being and Shantae and Chrisette, and they was able to squash their drama. And remember last season, Chrisette said she'll never fuck with Shantae like that. But I see she's back friends with her. What is really going on? But you don't even want to give Stacy a chance. What is it? I don't understand that. Try to be the girlfriend, and if she ends up to be full of shit again, then stop fucking with her. But don't just cut her out this quickly. She's a part of the show, just like the rest of y'all helpers. I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's King's World on Twitter. Chasing you on Facebook. All that good stuff. Y'all remember when Angela Bassett walked in the hotel after her and Ike was fighting and shit? Yes, step, Angela, step.